So, ABBA KYARI's death, a lot of things have happened. Abdullahi Ganduje is the governor of Kano State, and he has sacked one Mahozu Magaji. He is the Commissioner of Works and Infrastructure, over his comments on Facebook on the death of ABBA KYARI. On Friday, the presidency announced the death of ABBA KYARI, the chief of staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, and was later buried on Saturday in Abuja following Islamic rites, but not following the NCDC protocols as regards body infected with coronavirus. And what I saw there is rubbish. What I saw there is rubbish. In fact, some people were removing the clothes, protective gears with their hands, getting into their cars. Some were burying, they were doing it with their hands. I could see blood dripping from the body of ABBA KYARI. It's terrible. It's terrible. Now, back to what happened. Mahozu Magaji, he was seen gloating over the death of Malam ABBA KYARI. He's a commissioner of works, and Governor Abdullahi Ganduje had to sack him for that. He had to sack him for that. Now, Commissioner for Information Malam Muhammad Garba said Ganduje sacked Magaji following Magaji's unguarded utterances against the late chief of staff to the president. Now, I think that if you are a political figure and you want to keep your job, at this moment you cannot say anything against such person that you know is close to the president, because everybody will want to do the president a favor by making you a scapegoat, even when they themselves are gloating over the death and they are happy that ABBA KYARI is dead, and they're already doing their midnight meeting in order to find something else to work in politics for their own personal gain. He said that as a public servant, the commissioner ought to have respected the office by refraining from any act capable of rendering it to disrepute. The action of a public servant, personal or otherwise, reflects back on the government, and therefore the Ganduje administration will not tolerate people in official capacities engaging in personal vendetta or otherwise. In several now deleted Facebook posts, it is said that Magaji gloated over ABBA KYARI's demise, describing it as freedom for Nigeria. And I'll tell you, it's somehow freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom. It's freedom. But, well, when I say freedom, I'm talking about the proxy system that we have at the moment, the proxy system that we have now at the moment. Buhari was said to be the puppet, and the puppet master is ABBA KYARI, or rather, is it that Buhari was just living a retirement life and somehow, I don't know, puppet, something like that. I don't know what's going to happen right now. A lot of thoughts are all over the place. People are thinking, what is going to happen next? What is going to happen next? Who's going to take over that position? Who's going to continue to run Nigeria while Buhari is retiring and relaxing? That is it. So, the action of this man and what he wrote on Facebook has been deleted. He described it as a freedom for Nigeria, and that's what I'm looking at. Is it total freedom for Nigeria, or are the cabals going to come up with something, somehow, that is going to continue running the show? So he said, win-win, Nigeria is free, and ABBA KYARI has died in the epidemic. The death of a martyr, if he is a believer, the person is complete. That is what he wrote. Magaji wrote all of this. So they felt like win-win, Nigeria is free. Free of what? Free of ABBA KYARI. No, Nigeria is not free. Nigeria is not free. Nigeria is not free. Buhari is still there. And the cabals, they are still there. Daura is still there, and the rest of them is still there. It's terrible. Well, let's see what will come out to be in the next 1 month. In a subsequent post, the commissioner said the office of the chief of staff to the president is too powerful and it should be broken into two. The chief of staff office is too powerful, it should be broken into two for the good of Nigeria and for Mr. President. The chief of staff office should be split, a PPS, principal private secretary, and a humble manager of his office as chief of staff. They said the power that the chief of staff wielded, ABBA KYARI, back then, it is too strong, that it is currently too powerful for a non-elected official, someone that is appointed, having such power, someone that the people did not vote for him to come in to stay. Magaji, in a reaction to comments on his Facebook, was said the CSO was only a support staffer at the presidential villa and his death should be treated as such, that they shouldn't give him that extra. That is nothing. And I'll tell you the truth, he died as nobody. He died exactly as a support staff, an appointee of Buhari. He didn't die as a publicly elected official. He wasn't given that official. I don't know, maybe Buhari's going to come up with something special for him later. I don't know. But right now, everyone's running away from each other. Even Buhari is running away from every other person. So I wouldn't know what's going to happen. I wouldn't know. So they said his death should be treated as nothing. And his death was actually treated as nothing, as no senator was there, no APC stalwart, no one was there. In fact, the people that claimed that he helped them, he did this, he gave a nice word to one person, here and there. None of them came there. So he went on to say, Nigeria is bigger than any individual. While praying for the president's late support staff, ours is to prevent a repeat of his non-accountable domineering era. In institutional democracy, no individual is bigger than the state. Our interest is to get equity and capacity in the highest position of power. It is not personal. I am not a hypocrite, and I won't pretend. While at a personal level, I pray Allah to grant ABBA KYARI Jannah. I sincerely believe Nigeria needed a better chief of staff, period. Now that he's gone, he's gone. That is what he wrote. He wrote this in a statement, and Muhammadu Garba, Commissioner for Information, said Magaji was removed owing to his unguarded utterances. Now, he had to pay a price for that. I don't know if he's going to get any job at this moment, or then by sending the DSS to punish him, since they will be boiling at the moment, they will be angry at the moment, and like I said, some of them that are not even that are not even sad that ABBA KYARI died want to make an excuse for themselves. They want to make Buhari or any other person believe that they are so much in support of this administration by looking for something else to do. So this guy has lost his job. Shown that he's not afraid of losing his job. I think he must have thought about it. And this is also something, if he feels that he can manage himself and his family, and he feels that, well, I have better things, probably as businesses, as most of them will, and he knows that that job is just to maintain the business, and he knows that his business is good and things are all right. If they're not going to send the DSS after him to shoot him or something, to lose his life for nothing, I think he has said what he needs to say. ABBA KYARI, it wasn't his fault. It was Buhari's fault and the rest of the goons, the cabals that brought ABBA KYARI. What do you expect if the president said, look, man, this is the job that I want you to do. You are in charge. You are in control of this government. What else do you expect him? You expect him to say, no, I am not in control. He was brought in there for such purpose. And that is what he did. And he did it till he died, even though he himself had health issues. I think Muhammadu Buhari must have thought that ABBA KYARI is more educated than himself. Of course, that is true. And the ABBA KYARI studied in the United Kingdom. He studied, I think, sociology. Then he later studied law. And, he moved around here and there. So somehow ABBA KYARI knows one or two few things, unlike Buhari. But then that doesn't still mean that he was able to direct the affairs of Nigeria in the right direction. A lot of problems. They were all acting as tyrant. Unfortunately, he has died of the virus. It's such a pity that this is happening. So the Kano State Governor, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, relieved this man of his appointment as the Commissioner of Works and Infrastructure. He is also an appointee, like ABBA KYARI, Commissioner for Works and Infrastructure. Nobody voted him there. Engineer Muhazu Magaji has been relieved of his job with immediate effect. So I believe that as a public servant, the commissioner ought to have respect the profanity of the office by refraining from an act capable of rendering the office to disrepute. That is what they said. The action of a public servant, personal or otherwise, as I said, will reflect the government, and Ganduje administration will not tolerate people in official capacity engaging in personal vendetta, using the office, using their voice to speak in such a manner. And that is just what it is. So they kicked him out. and is out for speaking at the moment. So I think right now, a lot of people will not want to speak. Like I said, don't mind all of their action. Many of them are gloating. Many of them are happy that ABBA KYARI is dead. It is all about their personal interests, but they might use this opportunity to sack one person or the other.